Chapter 6. Hello, Mary. The night was restless. Selena kept hearing the She dreamed the bathroom was covered in blood and someone was standing behind the door. Selena couldn't see who it was, but she felt a pair of red eyes staring at her. In her dream, she was convulsing. In agony, whilst Josephine stood nearby laughing as she waited for Selena to die. She could see blurry and indistinct silhouettes that inspired fear. Selena got out of bed with the first rays of the sun. She was covered in sweat, her knees were trembling, and her heart was pounding heavily. She calmed down a little, got dressed, and left the room. But the memory of the nightmare never subsided. She had a bite to eat. Then she went into the hole and stopped right in the middle of it, looking around. I cannot be impartial anymore. I became part of this nightmare. I need to figure out how to get out of it. She was calm, collected, and determined to solve the mystery of the hotel. The ghosts hunt me for a reason, right? There are two options. Either they want to scare me, like in typical horror movies, or they want to tell me something. Josephine tried to poison me. I'm no longer safe, and I never was. So, I need to act decisively. Sina took out the bunch of keys she had been given as a servant and rang it thoughtfully. The ghost told me not to trust anyone. That's a given. But then I'll have to start my own investigation. I should be done it earlier, but I hope that one of this day I'll wake up in my bed as if nothing had happened. Now it's clear to me that the old woman and the tarot reader want something from me, and they won't let me go until I accomplish whatever it is they want. Well, I played their game. Where should I start? Selena walked along the shelves, this time inspecting the books with a clear mind. The last time, she barely understood what was happening and followed instinct. This time, thought her gaze was focused like a hawk and noticed every single detail. She recognized at once Josephine's handwriting on one of the book covers. Gotcha. The pages were covered with neat calligraphic handwriting. On the spine, Josephine wrote, "The point of no return." The book described in detail deaths from the disease, its stage and causes of inspections. The drawings depicting the symptoms of the disease were ridiculously sketchy, but executed with pedantic care nonetheless. At first, Selena flipped through the page quickly, almost without reading, but she decided to take a second look. There must be something here. At the very top, in big bold letters, it was written, "Point no return. Recipe." Recipe? What the hell, Josephine? okra, okra, okra. Rub some black widow's petals. What does it all mean? The recipe was followed by a note, expected action. The next page was torn out. But why? Selena took the book. I guess I have nothing else to look for here. She returned to the wool. Where should I start? Selena chose a key. The lock clicked at the door opened with a click. It smells like mold and dust. What happened here? She walked along the hallway, looking around. Everything was black, charred, probably gone by fire at some point. No furniture, no things, only room structures scorched by flames. The mansion survived a fire. I wonder what happened. An abandoned painting lay at the end of the hallway. Selena lifted it by the frame and examined it carefully. The painting is intact. It looks like it was brought here after the fire. The Salisbury family. Look at it. A man with a grey beard, stately and even menacingly, stood behind a woman's lock. There was something in the face of Edgar Salisbury that caught her eye. His severe stance and emotionless face covered with deep wrinkles depicted him as a just and stubborn person. The woman next to him resembled Leah, and the man looked more like Josephine, although he was younger than she was. Probably it's their parents. Why did they die? Maybe during the fire. The tragedy happened a long time ago, but the walls absorbed the burning smell, reminding for many years to come of the unfortunate day when the entire mansion wings burst into red flame. There isn't much else to see here. The hidden and forgotten part of the hotel was left behind. Where should I start? If it were a horror movie, that's where I get killed, so I have to go there. Narrow stairs lead her to an iron door. Selena touched the rusty lock. What's hiding in here? However, none of Selena's keys would open the door to the basement. For some reason, I think there were more keys in this bunch. Did Josephine decide that I should be trusted and took some keys away? Sounds about right. Selena pressed her ear to the door and listened carefully. She recalled, then listened again. There's someone in there. A hostage? Hey, can you hear me? Selena knocked on the door, prompting the voice on the other side to answer. Then she fell silent and listened again. But the crying stopped. I heard something. I didn't imagine it. Do you want to vote in there? Answer me. I'll leave if you don't answer. Suit yourself. Next time I'll come with a crowbar. Basement. I'll come back here. Sila gave up trying to reach out and went back to the hole. The stairs and floorboards crooked. Light crept up stealthily inside the house, illuminating the whole but leaving the corners in blinding darkness. Selena went up to the paintings and examined the forever frozen faces. A stranger looked in a gilded frame, looked at her with a heartfelt, unblinking gaze. Hmm. On the stairs, Rob stopped and began to examine the paintings on the walls. His gaze froze on the portrait of a woman. My mom came to totspel, stayed at this hotel, and then disappeared. I knew something was wrong when she stopped sending telegrams. Anything could be happened to her. My mom's portrait hangs honorably on the wall in the hallway. So this woman is Rob's mother? Her face seems familiar to me, as if I saw her in a heist flying down the hallway. She came closer, touching the dried paint with her fingertips. What did they do to you? Selena jumped back and grabbed the railings. Hastily she went down and ran out into the garden. On the bench, covered her face with her hands, trying to calm the fear and rage that had accumulated over the past few days. Come on, think what to do. Staying in this house is insane. What's wrong with you? Selena abruptly removed her hands, startled by that unexpected voice. Where have you been? Rema started walking back and forth. Oh, I'm not needed here yet. What does that mean? The garden doesn't need you. Gardening is my hobby. Rima peered into the servant's face. Are you sad? Josephine tried to poison me. Crazy shit is going on in the house. I want to leave. The girl laughed. What's so funny? You have to stay.